What is icy guys, my name is Dan, otherwise known as PokéDan, and last week you guys joined me to count down my top 5 electric type Pokemon, and after that video, I thought that the next type video I discussed would be the chilly ice type. In my opinion, the ice type is pretty cool. Okay, well, that wasn't funny, but I do like a lot of ice type Pokemon, so of course in this video you guys join me to count down the top 5 ice type Pokemon. Obviously for a Pokemon to make this list, they need to be the type that we're discussing. If a Pokemon is dual typed, Jinx for example being an ice and psychic type, I could mention it in either type list. Also remember guys that this is all in my opinion too, so if you want your say, be sure to let me know what ice Pokemon you like down in the comments. But with all that being said, let's get started. So coming in the number 5 spot on this list is the not so friendly Ghost Frostlass. Why is Frostlass not so friendly you ask? Well, its Pokédex entries certainly don't show this ice type Pokemon in a very good light. Firstly, its Pokemon Sun entry mentions how it likes to freeze people it likes and take them back to its den to use them as decorations. And also, its other dex entries such as its Moon entry also don't show this Pokemon to be a very friendly sort. Its Moon entry states that Frostlass is a soul of a lost woman possessed by an icicle that likes to feed on the soul of men. I guess it's lucky that Ash's Snorunt was male and evolved into Glalie, otherwise the Pokemon anime may have taken a turn for the worse. So I guess you guys are probably wondering why it is that I like Frostlass. Well, I personally really like Frostlass's design. I think it's a pretty elegant design and it looks cool. Okay, I swear, I'm going to try my best not to say cool on this ice list. I promise, I'll try. Overall, this Pokemon is great, and I happen to think that it's one of the best Sinnoh evolutions too. Frostlass, I really like you, but please, stay the heck away from me. Nearing the end of your Sinnoh journey, you'll come across an ice-type gym in Snowpoint City ran by the lovely Candice. Candice? I don't know, but she's pretty chilled out. Okay, these aren't very ice puns. Okay, I'll stop. But the leader of the Snowpoint City gym uses a certain Pokemon when you battle her, and that Pokemon is Abomasnow, the number 4 pick today. I like this Ice Tree Pokemon because when I was younger and came across an Abomasnow for the first time, I just thought this Pokemon was so cool. I thought this Pokemon was pretty ass-kicking. Yeah, Abomasnow is just so ass-kicking. In Pokemon X and Y, Abomasnow was one of the lucky few to gain a Mega Evolution, and this Mega Evolution is one that I really liked, even if it does lose half of its speed. Yeah, losing its speed isn't really great considering it has a 4 times weakness to fire, and if hit by like 1 ember, it'd faint, especially when in Gen 6 there were so many fast fire type Pokemon like Talonflame and Pyro. But those fire types don't really matter to me because like I said, I really like Abomasnow. If it's Mega or not, Abomasnow is a really unique Pokemon that's just pretty amazing and it just deserved to be on this list. In at the number 3 spot on this list is the very adult Pokemon Cloyster. For those of us who aren't too young, we know how inappropriate Cloyster looks. I know this was an unexpected thing for me to say about this Pokemon, but dirty or not, I still like Cloyster. The main reason for me liking this Pokemon is down to the use I've had for it in the Pokemon games. On many of my competitive battling Pokemon teams, I've used a Cloyster due to how much fun it can be to battle with. Because of Cloyster's ability Skill Link, there are many methods that people use to battle with this Pokemon to make the most out of its ability. In most cases, including myself, Cloyster is given Shell Smash with a Focus Sash and Rock Blast and Icicle Sphere to really troll your opponent. I do my best to make it so my Cloyster really winds up my target, opponent, enough so that they would probably break their console. I just love this Pokemon so much because it's one of the most annoying Pokemon for your opponents to battle against, and it really is just hardcore. In Pokemon Sun and Moon, we were introduced to the Alolan form, and with the Alolan form, we got 2 Kanto evolution lines that were changed to Ice type, being Alolan Ninetales and Alolan Sandslash. And at the number 2 spot on this list is Alolan Ninetales. Don't get me wrong, Alolan Sandslash is pretty sweet, but out of the 2, I for sure favour Alolan Ninetales. In my opinion, it just has a better design and a better typing. Alolan Ninetales isn't only an Ice type, but it's also part Fairy type too, and that really makes this Pokemon have a unique typing that we can all agree entry is just great. Regular Ninetales is brilliant in itself, but I really like its Alolan form more than its Cantonian form. In fact, I even used an Alolan Ninetales as the final member of my Alola journey, and although it wasn't on my team for the greatest amount of time, I still quite liked it. Alolan Ninetales is one elegant looking ice type that I have a great liking to, so I had to put it on this list. So lashing its way to the number 1 spot on this list is the Pokemon Weavile. Damn, I actually sounded like I had a personality then. Anyway, back to Weavile. I first came across this awesome Pokemon when I saw the antagonist of the Sinnoh games, Cyrus, using one, and back then, yeah, I probably thought it looked cool, but it was a Pokemon I didn't really have much of an opinion on. But little did I know that in the future, Weavile was to be one of my favourite Pokemon of all time. This is pretty much all down to how great Weavile is in competitive battling. It's a Pokemon that has a guaranteed spot on my battle team, and one that I like to use quite often, with great success too. On top of that, as I mentioned earlier, I do think Weavile has a great design, and I also think it looks awesome in the Pokemon anime too. Recently I binge watched the X, Y, and Z anime, and in the episode Finals Not for the Faint-Hearted, Alana used a Weavile in the Kalos League, and it really showed me how nice Weavile also looked when it was animated. Judging by Weavile's official art, this Pokemon has no chill because it looks really peed off, but whenever I use this ice Pokemon, I'm happy. But to be fair, Weavile probably would look more upset. Nevertheless, I just like Weavile, and it's at the number 1 spot on this list. But anyway, that pretty much ends it for this video, so if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Also, be sure to let me know in the comments who some of your favourite Ice-type Pokemon are. I'm looking forward to reading about it. But with all that being said, for now, I've been PokéDan, and you've been amazing, and I'll see you guys next time.